If you don't already realize it, let me tell you right now, today's going to be a good one, okay? Not just the video. I mean, the video is going to be good too, but I'm saying like the whole day, the whole day is going to be good, okay? So, let's see. First things first, if you are watching this on the YouTubes, what you're going to want to do is click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified whenever new videos come on, which is all the time, okay? They're not always these live videos. A lot of times they're going to be like little one-off trainings and things like that as well, okay? And also just some funny stuff. I don't know if you've seen some goofy stuff I've been putting on. There's some funny stuff that's been going on. Okay. Anywho, so that is for YouTube. Also, just so you guys know, we're doing a giveaway every single week for people that are subscribed to the YouTube channel and then also comment on the video on YouTube. So while I broadcast these lives everywhere, like they're on Facebook and everywhere, if you're on YouTube watching it and you're subscribed and you comment on the video, basically what I do once a week is I go through and I find somebody that has commented on one of my YouTube videos, see that they're subscribed, and one person's going to get a free gift. It's going to be a giveaway. It's going to be a fun thing. You're not going to know what it is, but it's going to be awesome. And so in order to win, all you need to do is be what? Subscribed and to comment on a video. That's all that it is. Okay, that's all it is. That's all it is, you guys. It's so easy. So let me go ahead and get out of here. Oh, if you're watching this somewhere else, like Facebook or wherever, if you're watching this somewhere else, oh, here's Herman. If you're watching this somewhere else, what you're going to do after this video, if you like what I'm talking about, is you're going to go over to YouTube, click on the subscribe button, and then, of course, the bell so you get notified when new videos come on. Okay, do not bark at those people, please. I know that there's people out there. Please don't bark at them. It's okay. It's all right. He needs to be guarding right now, so he's going to be guarding. This is why he's just going to look away from the camera. He's taking care of mommy right now. Okay, let me get that off of there. Let's see. Michelle, blessings from Florida. Yes. Rachel, good morning. Shiny, happy people. Yeah, I got the reference. Christiana, every day is awesome. Lego movie song now playing in my head, and it will be all day long. Anytime that song starts going in my head, it's an all-day affair. So you can go ahead and be prepared for that. Vicky, hey. Megan, good morning. Judith, good morning. Beth, Rose, good morning. Janet, happy Tuesday. Oh, I love that. Kayla, good morning. Katie Lynn, good morning. Juliet, good morning. Sherilyn. Let me see if I can get everybody here before I go in. Katrina, hey Martha, hello. Amanda, good morning. All right. Leslie, good morning and happy Tuesday. Okay, cool, you guys. There are so many of you. I love you guys. So many of you. We're going to go ahead and go into our content here. So today, you guys, what we are talking about is our responsibility as thought leaders. Our responsibility as thought leaders. Okay, you guys? The reason this needs to be talked about is because not enough people realize that they are thought leaders. We're going to go into that. And then especially not enough people realize they need to be using their voice, and we're going to go into both of those things. So again, our responsibility as thought leaders, let's get into it. Last night I got into a really good conversation on Clubhouse. Again, if you're not on Clubhouse, you guys, get over there. It is where people are real and authentic, and it can't be scripted. You can't hide behind a facade of pretending to know something or pretending to have a heart for something. You can't hide behind that. So whereas up until now, there were businesses and personal brands and things like that that were building themselves as something, but they as people don't really represent that. Now maybe they'll change and they'll start representing that, and hallelujah, that would be fantastic, right? But they're not representing it right now, and it's clear. It's easy to see. So when you're on Clubhouse, you guys, what we're able to see is we're able to see what people are really about. That leads me into the thought leader concept that we're talking about today. First of all, every single person, I've used this term before, but I've used the word influencer. Thought leader is an interesting term. I mean, it's a term that's been around for a long time, but it was a term that was being used last night specifically, so I'm going to reuse it because of the conversation that I was in last night, okay? But every single person on the planet is a thought leader. And this was brought up in the conversation last night as well. Everyone is a thought leader. It's whether you know it or not. And it's how you're leveraging it. Okay? Now, the word leverage is not a negative thing here. The word leverage is how are you influencing your people around you? How are you shifting perspectives? How are you showing people a different way to look at the world, or maybe a different way to look at a situation altogether? That's thought leadership. Let's just break down the actual term itself. It's leadership of thought. Okay? So it's leading and saying, hey, but we could look at it this way. Hey, but we could look at this way. And we all, because of our lives and because of the things that we have gone through and because of just everything that has molded us as people, we are all thought leaders. It's just, are you leading in a positive way, or are you leading in a negative way, or the way of least resistance, or the way of the world, the way that like everybody else is kind of going, which really, let's call it, isn't really leadership anyway. It's just thought following. It's thought integration. It's thought laziness. It's very lazy. I'm just going to call it, guys. I love you so much. It's very lazy to just think like everybody else. And it definitely doesn't serve us as people. And it definitely isn't going to shift this world into the positive place that we see it going already, right? Those of us that already have a different perspective on this world, we see it, right? In HBR, if you're in HBR, you see it. Because I share my perspective. I share the way that I see the world. I share how this thing that has happened to you before is the exact thing that is going to make you successful. And the reason it's going to make you successful is because of the blessings that you receive by supporting other people who have gone through exactly the same thing that you have gone through, period. That's it. It doesn't need to be convoluted. It does not need to be complicated. We need to show up. We need to show up. Herman just wants to keep licking me. I have to like do this, okay? We need to show up, you guys, as the people that we are. We need to be heart first. We need to be ready to serve the world, to give and give and give and surprise people by how much we give. And then all of a sudden they look to us and they're like, maybe that person knows something I don't know. That person seems to be okay when I don't feel okay. Do I need to say that again for you? That person seems to be okay, having the same background as me, having all of those Me Too moments of having done the same things, having been through the same stuff. That person seems to be okay when I don't feel okay. Those are our people. Those people that can look at us and say, they seem to have it. They seem to have figured it out. Those are our people. And I don't care if you have a massively successful business or not a business at all, but a heart for service to other people. You are a thought leader where you stand, when you represent a different perspective on this world. When you represent a different perspective on things where you can sort of shake someone loose, right? Where you can shake them loose, break them free of chains that they already have, right? Shake them loose of their mentality of like, but I have to do this, but I have to do this, and it sucks, and I hate it, and I'm like depressed, and I'm anxious, and all of these things, but this is my narrative, and this is what I have to do. What we do, you guys, is we show up and we shake them with all of the love. It's like a hug shake, right? We shake them with all of the love in our hearts, and we say, no, that's just a story. That's just a narrative. It's just a thing that you believe, but you don't have to believe it. It doesn't have to be your life, right? That's where we show up, you guys. That's where HBR comes in and gives you the entire system to show you how to show up in that space and be able to build income streams around that in service to this individual. Okay? You guys, this is the future of business. This is the future of serving. This is what it's all about. Everything else, mark my words right now. I'm saying it right now. Go ahead and screenshot me. Do whatever you need to do. Mark my words right now. All other business types will fall. All other businesses will crumble that are not in service to their people. If they're saying, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, it will crumble. It will fall. It will go up in flames, you guys. What is emerging is authenticity. What is emerging is, I've been there. Let me help you out. That's what's emerging. Not letters behind people's names. Not I've got a doctorate in this and a blah, 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 all of these things. Not that. It's real people saying, listen, I've been there. It was hell, and let me help you get out of it. That is thought leadership. That is where business is going. That is where family income streams are coming from. You guys, we're going back to who we used to be. We're going back to our tribal nature, you guys. The fact that we would get into groups of people and we would share. And some people were good at one thing. Other people were good at another thing. Other people were good at another thing. And all together they created a community. That's what we're going back to. And if you don't realize that, that's okay, but I'd love for you to think about it. Because it's the truth. Again, screenshot me, mark my words. It's the truth. And man, am I happy it's going to happen. I'm so happy that our world is shifting back into this because time's up on disconnected, disjointed corporate messaging. Time's up. It's time for us as people to be able to support each other and then financially support ourselves, and who gives a rip about these big corporations? They don't matter anymore. It's us. But here's the thing, is you have to step up and do it. You gotta step up and do it. Okay? So again, you guys, this is our responsibility as thought leaders. See you next time. All right, we're going to get out of that. Whoo-wee. I knew it was going to be a good one. I knew it was going to be a good one. You guys, this is my heart and my soul just doing one of these at you. Like it's almost like I feel like you could just see my soul at this point where I'm just like, come on, you guys. It's like just pointing up to the mountaintop. Let's go. Let's go. Right? It's ours. It's always been ours. We believed something that wasn't true. Our families before us believed something that wasn't true. That's not their fault. It was spoon-fed to them. They can't help but believe it. It was a strong message. But things are so different now, you guys. We choose. We choose how we serve. We choose how we show up, right? Let me know what you guys think about this. Also, just a heads up real quick. If you hear me talking about HBR and you are not in yet, I am doing half off until midnight tonight, okay? HBR is essentially, if you're watching this right now and you're like, man, I love what she's saying. Yes, I want to serve the world, but I have no idea what I plan on doing. I have no idea how to do it, but I've got something bubbling within me that makes me feel like I just want to get up and do it, right? But I have no direction and I have no, I need help. HBR is where I literally only need for you to have that heart tug. If you have that bubbling up feeling where you're like, it's almost like you have to stand up, right? It's that kind of inward movement where it's almost like you just can't even sit down, where you're just like, oh my gosh, yes, yes, yes. If you're crying, if you have goosebumps, if you have chills, you are having an external reaction to an internal change. When you have goosebumps, when you have chills, when your eyes start watering, when you're just like, yes, 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 the energy is up, you are having an external reaction to an internal change or an internal transformation or an internal up-leveling that's about to happen. Okay? I'm not kidding. That's the truth. Okay? If that's you, I'm for you. I'm your people. I'm your guide. I wake up every morning, you guys, and my prayer is make me a Moses. And the make me a Moses prayer is because I don't really know what I'm going to say whenever I come on videos. I'm going to be honest with you. My make me a Moses prayer is use me. Use me. Give me the words to speak for people to be able to understand what is for them and for the people to come to me and I can help them move forward and change the world in their way. That's my prayer every day. Every single day. Okay, so if you're feeling that way, you're getting a God nudge. You're getting a divine nudge of like, go, do that. It's for you, do it, right? And here's what happens if you don't answer the nudge. It's okay if you don't. If you don't answer the nudge, you'll keep getting it. You'll keep getting it until you do. All right, here's what happens when you do answer the nudge. You begin to live in a world that is straight up ministry. You begin to live as a servant to people, and I'm telling you right now, there is no better life on this planet than living in service to people that need you and showing them how to get out of the trenches they're in. Here's the deal. You may be like, okay, I'm feeling that thing, but I don't know what I would do, Martha. Here's what happens in HBR. You join HBR, the very first week of it, we're uncovering and we're removing the scar tissue over your purpose. What happens, and you see this a lot in kids, what happens is kids are just love, right? They're just like, I just want to help. I just want to serve. I just want to see you smile. What happens to that is people start stepping on it. They go to serve somebody and they turn their back. And they're like, oh. They go to do something and somebody says, no, not right now. They're like, oh. And then sometimes extreme things happen, abuse and things like that, that just... I'm going to keep talking. It just breaks my heart. It puts scar tissue over that place. So it's still there, it's just so protected. And so a lot of people, they grow up and they become adults and they're like, yes, I love people, but I don't know what I can do. And the reason why is because there's so much scar tissue over that place. You've been beaten down so much You've been disheartened. You've been abused. Your heart's been abused. The way that you wanted to show up and serve people, maybe it turned. Maybe there was something ugly that happened in that place, and it just kept getting covered and covered and covered. And so then you're like, okay, I'm listening to Martha. I do want to be able to serve, but I don't know how. It's because you can't see that anymore. The very first week of HBR, we gently take off this scar tissue. You start to be able to see who you are again. You start to be able to see how you can show up in this world. You start to remember things about yourself, and then you can show up in service from a place of just pure love, right? That's what we do, and that's just the first week. So once we have that squared away, then we go into the actual tactics of, and here's how you do it. The do this, do that, do this, do that. Like it's mapped out for you, okay, guys? That part is simple. The first week where we're going through breaking off this scar tissue, or, sort of digging away at this scar tissue and allowing you to shine, that's the part that most people don't get. And so what I'm saying to you right now is, if you're feeling a tap or a nudge, follow that tap or nudge, because you're being led to a person that's going to help you uncover this, and then show you tactically how to actually build these things out in a way that is sustainable, that feels good, that isn't salesy and sleazy and weird, and that can be able to finance whatever you want. We have people bringing their husbands home from work. We have people making $12K a month. If the numbers are important to you, $12K a month within the first 4 months. You guys, this stuff is real. These are things, this is real talk. I'm not just saying this. This is the future. This is what we're created for. If you believe you're made for more, if you believe that you're here for more, then I'm here for you. You're my people. Does that make sense? Okay. Oh, my word. Oh, I'm at 22 minutes. My word. Okay, well, you guys, it's at, I didn't know I was going to cry this morning. It's at, if you want to start this, if you want to start uncovering, if you want to start taking away that scar tissue and living a life in service, I am your girl, period. I do it myself. I'm your girl. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over to Livin the Dream with Martha. It's my Facebook business page. You're going to message it the words case study. It's half off until midnight. Okay? So make sure that you reach out to us. We're not going to have a voice conversation. It's not going to be weird. It's just going to be a messenger conversation. I'll give you the details of the program. Okay? And then I'll answer whatever questions that you have. But you guys, I love you so much. I'll see you later.